All right, welcome everybody. Hello, I am Mindez, here to run some Tales of Adventure today on...
Okay, so full context. I was absolutely terrified going into this run because my throat had started to get a little bit sore like the day before. Partly because I was getting sick, frankly, and partly because like I spent a lot of the previous day just like practicing some of the commentary for bits. Probably mainly because I was getting sick, but I was terrified that my voice would not make it all the way through. So bear that in mind. Also, the Tails Kigurumi is so good. It's so good. Oh, has everyone seen the image, by the way? Wait, I need to bring up the image. 1 second. Where's my battery image? And I literally, when I went on the plane, I just literally had a slab of batteries in my carry-on. I started talking about this on Monday, but literally, I had 3 of those packs, and that was because I'd tested everything in England, and I didn't want to change too much from my setup. And I looked at like the voltage rating on my adapter for it, which is just the Mega Drive adapter, but it also fits in the Game Gear. And it's only rated for 240 volts. So I was like, I don't really want to plug that in America because there might be some issues. Is it the same adapter as the Mega Drive as SMS? Yes, it is. So, I could always have just gone and got like a Mega Drive a Genesis adapter from like World 9 Gaming, but I was like, I don't want to make any risks. I had so many scares of just my Game Gear not booting up, mostly because like the contacts on the game were a little bit eroded, and I just didn't want to risk any chance of using a voltage outside of what it was used to, and that's why I was just like, you know what, I'm doing this run on battery. So I took a big slab of batteries, 6 batteries. I could get about 3 runs. So I was fairly confident, and like literally 2 minutes before the run, as soon as they were like, "Are you ready?" I was like, "Hold on, I got to replace my batteries." And I just changed out all 6 batteries. Complete before the batteries run out is a good incentive, yeah. But yes, it is a very hungry console. I was actually, Dagofa was in here on Monday and was talking about how funny it'd be to get like an extended mag for the battery pack, just like be able to load in like 15 AA batteries and see if we can just like extend the capacity to extend the battery life just by throwing in more batteries, just having like a huge mag behind the console. I want to try that. NATO AA magazine. So I don't know. We'll see what we can do. But yes, other than that, I love this. I just love this picture. This picture's so good. My cursor's not showing, so I can't highlight bits of it. But this so good. Great picture. I'm just contemplating batteries. And I'm glad I had enough to get me through practice and through the run itself as well. So there we go. Let's go. Oh wait, no, we've got an ad break. So I'm gonna wait to actually start it. We'll start it soon. I remember as a kid when I first got the Game Gear not realizing it took 6 batteries being spoiled by my original Game Boy taking 4. So I thought it had eaten the batteries when it wouldn't power on. Oh yeah. 2 battery compartments. It's so funny that it has 2 battery compartments. Just because you need the weight distribution. There's so many batteries that you actually need to think about weight distribution. Because when there's no batteries in the Game Gear, it is really light. There's not much in terms of electronics in it. It's all battery weight. But yeah, we'll wait for the ad break to finish before we actually get started. I really wanted to not come back with any batteries, but I did come back with batteries because I didn't do enough runs after my run. You're the same with OG Game Boy going to the color 4:2. It was like a patch of batteries will last twice as long now. Yeah, that's how it works. How was the difference between the Game Boy and Game Boy Color? Did it actually have like lower battery life because it was fewer batteries? I really don't remember. I did have both the OG Game Boy and the Color, but I don't think I was paying attention to battery life at the time. Game Boy Color, I bet the same battery life with 2 batteries of damage. Yeah. That's fair. That's good. Good iterative design there. Like, I still have a Game Boy Color somewhere around here. I definitely don't have my OG game. I think my OG Game Boy got stolen in school at some point. I definitely still have my Color somewhere. I never had a Pocket. I had a Game Boy. I had a Game Boy Color. I had a Game Boy Advance. I never had an SP. Was it an SP? Game Boy Advance SP? Was that like a little flip one? And I had like DS, DS Lite, DSi. I think I had like all the DSs together at some point. I don't think I had a 2DS though. Although I think my grandma had a 2DS. So I probably inherited that at some point. And I think was the GBA the first one that had a backlit screen? No, I don't think the GBA had a backlit screen, did it? Or was the SP the first one with a backlit screen? God, I don't remember. SP was the first with a backlight. Yeah, okay, I never had that. I just remember just desperately trying to stop the glare. That's funny. Alright. Ads are over, so let's go ahead.
Old school Game Gear. Let's go.
Let's go.
I am, of course, joined by a couple of wonderful cuties on the couch. We have Amber Cyprin as a remote commentator.
Oh, that microphone is way too far away from my mouth, isn't it?
Hi, my name is Amber Cyprin. My pronouns are they, them, and I am a person who helped with the initial routing of the glitchless category. And yet I have not completed a single run of this game.
One day.
Over to you, Hibby.
One day.
I'm Hib. I feel thoroughly underdressed for this occasion. Mindez has absolutely killed it with the get-up, and I have the great fortune of moderating this amongst all of the, well, plenty of strange Sonic games.
Oh, wait. I wanted to watch it with Twitch chat, didn't I? I wanted to watch it with Twitch chat. Let's do that. Ooh. I need to find it in the VOD.
Thank you, Paul.
And we've got a 100.
Oh, Gas Games is quick doing the rerun. So it was the 5th run, so it was on the first day. Yeah, because I know a lot of you are in Twitch chat. I definitely want to see the reaction to Poly Mountain 2, because that was tense. Where is it? AGDQ 2024.
All right, welcome everybody. Hello, okay. I am Mindez.
Pause. Look at it back up. There we go. All right. Now we'll watch it. We bring up, like, make the chat a bit bigger. There we go. Cool.
Here to run some Tales of Adventure today on the actual old school Game Gear. Let's go. I am, of course, joined by a couple of wonderful cuties on the couch. We have Amber Cyprin as a remote commentator.
Fox pajamas are really in fashion today. There were so many Fox Kigurumis because of the tunic run. I thought that's the most Fox Gear roomies that have been in a room for a while. They stole my bit, dang it! Real Game
Unlock
Gear.
this path here.
Oh, whoops. Why did it jump ahead? No, don't jump ahead. Twitch, no.
And yet I have not
Say hi.
completed a
Words
single
of
run
this
of this game.
One day.
Over to you, Hibby.
One day.
You got Tiny
I'm
Tim in the
Hib. I
chat
feel
there.
thoroughly underdressed for this occasion. Mindez has absolutely killed it with the get up, and I have the great fortune of moderating this amongst all of the plenty of strange Sonic games, and to see where this run has come from with these two professionals that we're going to be hearing from. Yeah, this is some good stuff. So you're in for a treat.
All right. Without further ado, I think we're ready to get started. So I'm just going to get back to the main menu here, and let's get a bit of a countdown. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Good luck. Let's go.
Have fun.
All right. So this is a 1995
Hey, I'll get to chat as well.
Metroidvania game. Very obscure entry in the...
That is really unfortunate. I did not notice how far away the microphone was from my mouth, but there is a lot of reverb on my voice. That is a shame.
Sonic the Hedgehog series. But it is an officially licensed game. It is was released on the Sega Game Gear, as I say, in 1995. We're starting out here with an infinite flight exploit, where I'm just going to keep tapping the flight button to keep stopping and starting our flights, because our flight meter is really low at the moment. But that will be going up as we continue with the rest of the run. Because this is a Metroidvania, we do have a bunch of different areas that we're going to be going to. So this is the first area of the game, Polyforest. Nope, I'm going to avoid...
I do not know how I managed to not bounce high up on that spring, by the way. Like, you can frame perfectly jump on that spring and you don't get the bounce up. So I must have just done that twice. I was a little bit confused.
Going on the spring there. This first area of the game, Polyforest. And it's the only area that we have unlocked at the start of the game, but we'll be unlocking more areas as we go through. And we'll be getting upgrades that we can use in classic Metroidvania style to go back to previous areas and get upgrades that we couldn't get the first time. So, general overview of kind of what's happening is that Tails was sleeping on Cocoa Island, which is his home. This is set before Tails meets Sonic for the first time, canonically. And the Cuckoo army has invaded and set the forest on fire. So there we go.
How dare they?
It's funny, you mentioned how it's set before Tails meets Sonic. I have a correction on the wiki that says it's taking place after Tails meets Sonic, because wikis are fun. But yeah, like, where this actually takes place is a little inconsistent, because the Sea Fox is here, which, you know, in release order is after Triple Trouble, and that's where the Sea Fox debuts. But then you have, you know, the Sonic, Knuckles, and Fang items, which you won't see in this speedrun, but, you know, if someone ever does 100% glitchless, which I think there is one run that picks those items up, and they are not good. Well, actually, Sonic's great. Knuckles and Fang, not so much.
Yeah, hey, it's me, Jonas. Yeah, watch the GDQ run. I'm glad I brought Amber on as official lawmaster. That was literally their title on the commentary.
But they exist, and it's just like, okay, is this fortune telling? What's going on?
Tails gets up to some pretty mad stuff. You're not even ready yet. He's got the remote robot, which is going to be super handy in this run. Also can just break the game in half with glitches.
Yes.
But we are going to avoid our glitches. We're going to be doing some cool exploits with the items that we get though.
Absolutely. And speaking of the items that we get, there's definitely a few items in this game that, let's say, are not traditional Metroidvania items.
Yeah.
So you've got those to look forward to. We're here in our second area, Volcanic Tunnel. We just got the remote robot upgrade. The remote robot upgrade is one that we're going to use quite a lot throughout the course of the run. And we'll use it for our first time over here. We're doing a lot of damage boosting our way through this area as well, because we're going to get a full heal very soon. But the remote robot is something we can send. It's an invention of Tails that we can send over through the little corridors that are too small for Tails to get into. And we're going to pick up our next upgrade, which is the remote bomb.
8 years old. Remember, Tails is 8.
Tails is 8 years
Keep
old.
that in mind.
So many
we're
different
not even
bombs.
scratching the surface.
We are, what, like 2 minutes into the run? We already have 2 different types of bomb.
I mean, didn't you have explosives at 8 years old?
I mean, oh, come on. So the remote robot, the difference between the remote bomb and the regular bomb is that the remote bomb will travel along surfaces, whereas the remote bomb explodes as soon as it hits a wall. And that lets us send it into little like passageways and things like that. I do have to be a little bit careful here because we do a lot of damage boosting in this area because it's quick, but it's also very, very dangerous because we do tend to get very close to death, but we should be okay now. Just going to take that nice and carefully, and we throw the remote bomb up there to unlock this path here, and we're going to get our next upgrade very soon. Take a damage boost off that mouse, because it genuinely just walking into them and taking the knockback is genuinely just faster than just stopping and like throwing a bomb. So
We haven't even got started on the can of worms that is the Game Gear. This is a
Oh,
game where,
yeah.
of course.
This thing eats inputs
Yeah.
like nobody's business.
oh yeah. Half of my inputs are absolutely like I have to spam inputs sometimes just to get them to recognize. Like their edge spam the jump and it did it twice, so you know you really can't win either way. So it is. I'd consider the Game Gear like one of the most hard consoles to speedrun on. That's probably a very controversial opinion, though.
I'll take that. As a Game Gear
I mean, we're
speedrunner
not
as well.
even thinking about the battery inputs or the battery life of.
There's also not been a massive amount of like Game Gear runs at GDQ generally. I'm sure there's a list. Wait, there's a list somewhere of like all the Game Gear runs at GDQ, right? Game Gear runs at GDQ. There's like a GDQ stat site. Is it GDQ VODs? Yeah, I think it's GDQ VODs. Platform, Game Gear. Literally, that's all the runs on Game Gear that have ever been at a GDQ event. We've got Tales Adventure on there 3 times actually, because this includes Frost Fatales. So Tales Adventure's on there literally 3 times. Yeah. Axe Battler, Coca-Cola Kid, Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden was literally this event as well. By Infinite Mystery. And then we've had 2 Sonic games. But there are so many Sonic games on the Game Gear. We have like a Flying Fox and Hypnotics being the other 2. And that was at 2020, both 2023s. Only me and the Tasmanian one were actual hardware. Oh, that's cool. Because AGDQ is usually pretty like strict on hardware. No, Ninja Gaiden was also hardware because Infinite Mystery and I got a picture with our actual Game Gears. I think. I know he definitely had a Game Gear. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was modded. Yeah. But yeah, GDQ is usually fairly strict about actually running on actual hardware, so I guess that makes sense. So maybe I just need to be the the Game Gear runner. What Game Gear game should we learn next? Sonic Spinball? Maybe not. All right. Anyway, I just found that interesting, just how relatively few Game Gear runs there have even been. But yeah.
Of the Game Gear, you get what, 4 runs out of a fresh set of batteries?
Yeah, so I did bring my I did bring a lot of batteries for this run because I'm running this on battery power, and the Game Gear very much eats through batteries. I get about 3 hours of batteries on a full charge, which is 6 AA batteries.
There's Nico in chat.
But my adapter that I have for it is only rated for UK voltages, so I wasn't able to use that for the run. That's fine. So technically, each of these runs have cost me money right now. So let's get through it quick.
It's worth it. It's
yeah,
worth it.
the faster the run, the cheaper it is in battery cost.
Yeah.
So
Time is money.
exactly.
What was the Sonic Blast run done on? I know that was a race. I don't think Sonic Origins was out at that point, was it? Oh, maybe GameCube? Yeah, I don't remember. Oh well. But yeah, there've been a lot of re-releases, and Sonic Origins. As I say later on in the run, never been a better time to run a Sonic game, especially through Sonic Origins, because it has every single Game Gear Sonic game on there, and there are a surprising number of Game Gear Sonic games. Like, that list goes on. SADX has a re-release too. Yeah. Oh yeah, SADX had some of them. Did you have to like unlock it in SADX or something? It's got Sky Patrol. Yes, it's got Sky Patrol. It's got so many. Okay, let's boot it up. Origins. Yeah, it's unlocked via emblems. So you have to actually unlock it in SADX, whereas in Origins, you literally just buy the game. You've got all the Game Gear games. Fully runnable on Sega's official. It's an official release, so the leaderboards accept them. But yeah, there are a surprising number of Game Gear games. Like, I knew there were quite a few, but I didn't realize there were this many. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic Chaos, Sonic Drift, Sonic Drift 2 player. They've split the 1 player and 2 players into different ones. I think because of the need to link Game Gear emulators. Sonic Spinball, Triple Trouble, Sonic Drift 2, 1 player and 2 player, Sky Patrol, Tails Adventure, Sonic Labyrinth, Sonic Blast, Dr. Robot's Mean Bean Machine, and again 1 player and 2 player. Like, so many! They really put a lot of resources into that console, and honestly, a lot of these games are awesome. Play them; they're amazing. But yeah. Oh, also play Tails Sky Patrol because that's like a 10-minute run. I really wish I'd like learned Tails Sky Patrol or like practice Tails Sky Patrol for this, because that would have been a really good incentive to just do a full second game with a 10-minute run. I feel like that would definitely have been an accepted incentive, but alas, I was not feeling confident in my Tails Sky Patrol skills.
Gotta have your economical speed runs.
So, over the course of the last couple of stages, we've also picked up a couple of Chaos Emeralds as well. Do you want to explain what those do, Amber?
What the Chaos Emeralds do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one thing that we haven't touched on is the fact that unlike most Sonic games where your health meter is either I have a shield and or rings or nothing, and then you take a hit and die, we actually have a monitor in the top left that is our health meter, and that is rings, and it starts at 10 at the very beginning of the game, and every Chaos Emerald that you collect increases not only your health by 10 rings, but also your flight meter. Now, the flight meter is not going to be very important for this segment right here, as we are going to be just trying to reach the top of this mountain. This is Poly Mountain 1. We're going to try to reach it while avoiding Speedy or Great Battle Cuckoo 16. Sorry, Speedy here is Great Battle Cuckoo 16. We haven't even started talking about the Great Battle Cuckoo Empire either.
Yeah, so this is the second boss fight of the game. We are basically just heading our way up, getting hit by those spikes, which is definitely not supposed to happen, but that's fine. So we do, yeah, we have to kind of lure Speedy over to the side and then head back to the middle. Speedy does come down in a kind of semi-random pattern. There is a bit of a manipulation for it, but I did lose it about halfway up. I did have it for quite a good amount of time. But we just have to get to the top, and as soon as we get to the top, and Speedy has done one last little dive, then we've beaten the boss. Speedy gives us a little bit of a prize, yet another Chaos Emerald, and I think the final Chaos Emerald that we're going to pick up throughout the course of this run. So that's 40 is going to be our max health for the entire rest of the run.
Yeah, they say the Game Gear wasn't popular because its library of games was much worse than the Game Boy. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, and also the fact that the marketing just wasn't as good. I mean, I don't remember how good it was, but like, I know I've seen Game Boy commercials, right, on YouTube and stuff. But Game Gear, as far as I've heard, just had a much less marketing behind it and everything. From what I gather. And yeah, I can totally understand that Game Boy Game Girl thing. Yeah, that's probably also played a factor in it.
Yeah, there are 6 Chaos Emeralds to collect in this game. You get 5 of them, I think, throughout the story, or you pick up 5 off the ground, and then the 6th one is awarded. I think it's
the Great Emu War comment? Was that the one below? About the Great Battle Cuckoos relates to the Great Battle Emus that once defeated Australia. So good. I love how people in chat were like giving me batteries and everything. This is a race, Mindez versus the batteries.
True, Speedy. But that would, if we ever got all 6, we would push our health to 99 rings, which is...
I did not phrase it as the P Emerald this time. I was good. I didn't phrase it as the P Emerald.
Pretty neat, but that's not going to be the case. And we're going to have to manage these 40 rings very, very carefully as we enter Lake Rocky 1. So we're going to be back here about 4 different times for different exits, because this is kind of like our weird hub with the Sea Fox. Because, spoilers, the remote robot can turn into the Sea Fox, which is Tails' submarine that can go apparently 100 knots an hour. But for right now, we're just going to be heading straight.
How fast are knots? Aren't knots already like a measurement per hour? I don't know.
Straight right, avoiding mines, trying to mitigate lag. If there is an obstacle in front of us, we're going to try to shoot it with our Vulcan gun as close as possible, as you can see Mindez doing here. Just to try to like reduce the lag from too many sprites.
Does it actually say knots per hour in the?
We got a little bit of time for a donation. If you want to take the wheel for a moment, Pippi.
I would love to for
All right, donations, let's go.
I've got $25 for you from Calliope.
Calliope!
Who said, I discovered Mindez on GDQ when she ran Discworld, and I could not be happier to be a part of her lovely community now. Let's go, Mindez. Good luck with the best boy, and enjoy your time at AGDQ.
Hell yeah.
Got time for one more at least.
Sure thing. Here's $20 from Argic, who says,
Argic!
Tails is a very happy chappy. He's got the best swag walk in this game. Must be because of one of those items he's carrying. Good luck, Mindez.
Oh yeah, enjoy the swag walk. And this is actually the stage where we're going to pick up the probably some of the more infamous items.
To say the least.
But yes, here we come to Cavern Island. Now, Cavern Island is kind of it's a bit off to the side, but it contains 3.
1,000 knots per hour is 1,000. Wait, I think it was 100 knots per hour, right? Or was it 1,000? 1,000 knots per hour is 1,100 miles per hour squared. But miles per hour is tails, so that's 1,100 tails squared. There we go. Yeah, well, okay, 110 tails squared is how fast the Sea Fox goes.
3 very important items that we're going to need to beat the game. And the kind of gimmick of this area is water currents, so we're just kind of getting bashed around and pushed around by these water currents. But other than that, this is pretty much a giant maze that we're just going to get through and, again, do a little bit of damage boosting. We're going to get a heal after this stage, so we don't have to worry too much about health. The bats in particular are the most annoying enemies, as you find in many video games.
I can think of so many video games where bats are the worst thing to have ever happened to them.
All right, so we're going to get our next upgrade here. So we're going to send the remote robot. This is a water tunnel that pushes us down. We can't fly up it, but we can send the remote robot up there to get mine. Not yours. Mine.
Yours? Whose?
Whose?
Mine.
Mine?
Mine.
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 And that's the first of 3 items that we're going to need. So we're going to make our way up here. We've got a horrible bat-filled room.
Nicely
Lower
dodged
that one to the left.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very good dodge because I usually get hit going up there.
There's like 5 bats in that room, and it's a nightmare, casually. Just to try and avoid all of them. Because the knockback in this game is significant, as I'm sure you've probably already seen. We're going to switch to the remote bomb here. And now we're going to do another little trick. Oops, no, we're going to go down here. We're going to actually take damage off that bat, and that's going to push us down the water current. That is usually a water current that pushes us up. but the knockback from the enemy actually takes priority over the water current. So that means
Yeah,
we
it
can
makes you a
skip.
lead weight. It's great.
Yeah, it means you can skip an awful lot of just going around. So we're going to use the remote bomb again there to push it along there. It's going to get pushed along by the water current. A little bit more damage boosting off these little mice type things. I assume they're mice.
Yeah.
I've always called them mice.
Little guys.
Yeah, and here we have the
It's
infamous
time.
upgrade.
Napalm!
It's the napalm
Hey,
bomb.
Bumble. Let's go.
Now,
That's right.
What a 8-year-old is doing with napalm, I don't know. But you know what? What I do know, I'd trust Tails with napalm.
I would absolutely
Wouldn't
just
you?
go with napalm. Yeah.
The cutest war criminal out there.
So my community hashtag for this was like if you sent in a donation with the like hashtag I'd trust Tails with napalm, it made it more likely to be read on air. I'd definitely trust Tails with napalm.
Yeah. Like, I feel like there are different versions of the lore, as we mentioned, and we'll talk a little bit more about the lore in a second, but, you know, I feel like, canonically in my head, you know, meeting Sonic for the first time, I think calms Tails down a little bit, and gets him to stop using bombs quite as much, maybe.
Hey man, not cool.
So we have our
Yeah, we're kind of out damaging the Mecha Golem here. It's kind of a war of attrition once you destroy the helmet here.
Yeah, the first phase is
Bad
really
throws,
easy. The
bad
second phase you
throws.
have, because we just hovered above him and dropped the bombs. In this phase, we need to actually aim the bombs because there are bombs coming from the ceiling. And we're going to get another upgrade that is, you know, a typical 2D Metroidvania upgrade. What do you think of? You think of the anti-air missiles, that's right.
Of course. Just keep one of those in your backpack, you know, any occasion.
Exactly.
Just adding to the adding to the arsenal that Tails has here on Coco Island.
Absolutely. So the other thing about upgrades, you can only have 4 equipped at a time. 4 to Tails and 4 to the Sea Fox. So we have to go back to Tails' house anytime we want to swap items out.
It's nice to see a brief appearance of a character's house as well. We only
Yeah.
really see Sonic's house in Sonic Shuffle, so it's nice to get some more lore building of how these cute little critters end up living.
Yeah, exactly. And my inputs all get eaten, so I'm getting hit by the bomb, that's fine.
But we're back here for another exit this time, I believe.
Yes, absolutely. So we're gonna do Late Rocky. We're gonna do 2 exits now.
Okay, I think it's lore time. This is gonna be good. I was kind of like paying attention at this point, so I'm looking forward to hearing the lore again. Because I don't think I was kind of listening, but I was more paying attention to like not going the wrong way. Because in practice, I definitely went took the first exit again like twice. I've always been really bad about that. Like I'll just like autopilot my way to the wrong exit. So yeah, let's listen to some wonderful Tales Adventure lore.
The first one is going to be, it's basically kind of the same path to the right, but instead of going to the right, we're going to go up at the end. And what I'd like to do in this time is, now is our lore corner. Let's talk a little about the lore of this game.
Lore
Amber, do you want
corner.
to take it away?
Sure. So this game takes place on Coco Island. It's a small island that floats on a coral reef in the far southern ocean of Earth. Yes, because this would take place on any other planet. Some might call it Mobius. This island in particular cannot be found on any map because of course it can't. And according to legends, the mystical Chaos Emeralds have been lying on this island since time immemorial. It has been a long time since the young fox cub and inventor, Miles Prower, nicknamed Tails, has come to live on Coco Island, having built his own laboratory on the southern tip of the island. And he lives in this laboratory every day as he pleases. Now one day, sometime after the West Side Island incident of Sonic 2, Tails is taking a nap in the forest near his house. The greenery of the forest blocking out the sunlight and the chirping of the nearby birds make it a very pleasant place to rest in for Tails. But suddenly, as if, out of nowhere, the tranquility is abruptly interrupted by a giant explosion deep into the
Wait, who has a napalm emote on Twitch? Bread Zone there. Oh my god. Tails' fave weapon. Oh my god, I love that. I've got a napalm emote on Discord, but I don't have it on Twitch. But there we go.
the forest. Tails, panicked and confused by the current situation, is told by a Flicky that the island has been invaded by the Battle Cuckoo Empire, the imperial army of the evil dictator Great Battle Cuckoo, who has come to Coco Island to search for the Chaos Emeralds to dominate the world. Tails has no idea of what's going on, but he spots the silhouette of a giant mech tearing down the trees, which was the first boss you saw over in Poly Forest, and then he decides to, take on the Great Battle Cuckoo Empire because they're looking for the emerald. So he's mustered up all his courage to stand up against all of the attacks and the armada of birds coming his way, and he sets off on his first adventure, making his way across the island. And, he has an arsenal of his own to combat an entire bird army.
Mm-hmm.
So the napalm is really actually quite understandable. Like, it is logical, really. That's what I do if I was in his position.
It's
surely.
part of Tales'
This
hero's
isn't
journey.
your average island invasion. This is war.
Yeah.
I mean, we know as Brits, so.
Exactly. So you might have seen me take a lot of damage there. We're actually setting up for a death warp that we're going to do soon. So we're going to need to finish up this. We're going to finish up this fight ideally with 2 health. So I'm going to take a lot of damage off this boat. This boat, by the way, has way more health than it should have. It's got 40 health.
Oh yeah, it's something ridiculous.
You have to hit it with anti-air missiles 40 times. So while that's happening, have we got any more things to read, Pippi?
Oh, of course we do. I got $25 here from Final Flame, who says, Game Gear hype, Mindez
Game Gear hype.
Hibby hype, Amber hype. That's a lot of hype. Everybody on board with the hype?
Hi.
That's what I love to hear. Time for a few more?
Yeah, a couple more.
Here's $50 from Code, who says, loving the outfit, Mindez. Thanks for a great run and for helping with such a great cause.
Sadly, we
Heck
can't
yeah.
see the 2 tails as well. Like, it's a full outfit.
It makes it
There are
very
tails.
difficult to sit down.
Yeah,
but
that looks-
they are there.
Not peak comfort, but
Yeah.
we're gaming.
All right, and with that, we are at Green Island. But it won't be green by the time we leave because this is our only use of napalm in the run. It's literally just to get through this wall, and that's a napalm used.
Hey, thank you, Napalm.
Thank
I mean, I always have to make that joke, right? It's called Green Island. It's the only place we use napalm. So, I mean, it's not going to be green when we leave. I always have to make that joke. I'm contractually obliged at this point.
you, napalm.
Thank you, Napalm.
Yes, so Green Island, the main reason we need to come here is we need one specific upgrade from here. There's a couple of upgrades that the game wants you to take from here, but there's only one that we're going to take from here. And it's a very good speedrunning item. We're going to take our first damage there. That is planned damage.
You're at 1 ring right now.
I
That
am
is
wondering,
Yeah.
anything,
big spooky.
anything hits me, I am dead, and
Even that fly, even that little bee.
even these little bees. We're gonna sleep in there. All scripted, don't worry.
She knows what
They're
she's
paid actors. We're going to send our little robot into this little tunnel to go and pick up the upgrade for us. So we're at the
Nice.
perfect health for our death warp. And that means that we don't have to walk all the way back out again.
Yeah, and whilst we're using the remote robot, we don't have to worry about getting hit by anything because Tesla's invincible, which is a lovely perk.
Yep. So
Inappropriate for a speedrun. We just picked up the extra speed, and that's an upgrade for the Sea Fox that I'll talk about in a few minutes. But
No,
That's our
I
first
can't
death
believe
warp
that
of the
happened.
run.
Oh no.
Oh, I can't believe I died. No, it's
All right,
just
but fortunately,
That's all right.
So the way the game gear works with deaths is it gives you a password, but that password saves anything you've picked up. So we've already got the extra speed, so now we've got the extra speed over in Tails' house. So we're going to equip that. That isn't actually an upgrade for the Sea Fox. And yes, you'd think as an extra speed, as speedrunners, we'd like it. Amber, why do I hate this item?
Okay, so this item sucks. I'm just going to be upfront. So this is like Crystal. This place also sucks. The extra speed doesn't really. You'd think it just makes the Sea Fox go fast, but no. It's what it's really there for. It does make it go fast, but what it's really there for is the super jump. And it has this awful audio cue that you have to listen to because you have to build up your momentum, even if it's directly against this wall.
Hey, nice.
And jump. That was a really good jump, by the way, Mindez. My goodness. She has watched me toil away at that jump when we were first routing this.
You have to do it
for
in like
so
the last
hard.
2
It's
minutes.
so
You have to do it in
needlessly
the last
hard.
like 5 frames of the audio cue. It's so stupid.
Yeah, you
How
hear that
precise it is.
Oh, stinker.
All right, this is fine. We want to be 6 health when we leave this place as well. We're setting up for another death warp as well, so I was just kind of barreling through things.
We've got another log to look out for.
We'll log there,
Ooh,
and then we'll hold back just a second there to avoid that.
smooth.
Slight stream lag.
And then we got a couple of birds.
Okay.
And then we got one more log just up here that we need to avoid, and we're done. All right.
Easy.
So,
Nice.
I'm going to go into concentration
Okay,
mode. So,
it's not good. Hey, Spilly Bomb, how's it going?
good luck.
Okay,
commentators.
so this
Yeah,
is Poly Mountain 2.
this-
It's the most difficult part of the run.
Yeah, this didn't go great, but I'm really happy with how it went because I think it showed like more skill in recovering this. I don't know how I recovered this. I really don't know how I recovered this. Oh god.
We skipped the night vision that you would pick up in another screen of Green Island where we did our first Death Warp. But you have to memorize this layout. Mindez hated Green Island, like the second area of Green Island, so much that she's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm doing this in the dark. I'm doing Poly Mountain 2 in the dark. You can't convince me otherwise. So we're going to be using all the embers and enemies and sprites that we can see on the screen to be able to figure out where we are relative to the rest of the area. So we have to actually do this weird zigzag throughout the caverns here, because if we try to just fly straight up to the top, where the item that we're trying to pick up is, there are wind tunnels that will push us down. Despite Tails being a protagonist that has the ability of flight, the game doesn't like you using it very often, and will actively fight against it. So, grabbing that extra ring there, we're gonna break the blocks directly above us, and we're actually at the point where we have to, if anyone did see the trailer for this run promoted on Twitter and other social media, you'll know that we're actually gonna be breaking a pillar that you can't see, and we're gonna be nesting ourselves in this like little alcove that we break.
So I've destroyed 4 blocks in a row there. So how tall is that pillar actually? Wait, let me bring up a map. Oops. Tails Adventure Poly Mountain 2 map. We need to bring up a map. Right, we're doing this with visuals. 8 to 10 or something. New canvas. Okay. So this is what this area actually looks like. And what we're trying to do, if I can... Let's get a tablet up. Let's get ourselves a tablet. That's right, we're going crazy. There we go. So this is what we're trying to destroy, right? We're trying to destroy this so that we can send the remote robot up there. That's what the end goal is. So we need to stand here. We jump. We throw a bomb. And the aim is to destroy these 2 tiles here. We get in this alcove, we jump around, and the aim is then to destroy these 2 tiles here. Wait, is that how it works? Or maybe it's the 2 above it that we actually destroy. Because like we get up in 3 jumps, so it must be 1 jump, then 2 jumps, then 3 jumps. And then we can just throw 2 bombs that way, destroy this, and let the remote robot go through. That's what we're trying to do, ideally. I think what happened in this case was that I jumped, destroyed those 2, jumped around not high enough, and destroyed these 2. And there's not a lot of... there's not usually a lot of backup for that. Yeah, I didn't realize it was as tall as it is. Maybe actually... Okay, maybe actually... the first jump takes us actually to here then. I realize it's been so long since I've done it with sight. I don't even know. I can do it better for the blindfolded. By the way, we'll destroy 1, destroy a second one, and then jump up to the top. That's essentially what we're trying to do. But yeah, if you like don't jump high enough, then you end up destroying those 2, and then those 2. So you've not really got a platform you can go to. The backup here is basically to throw one, like jump up here and throw to the left so you destroy these blocks. And then you can try again up on the left side. So yeah, that's the situation we're in basically. I've destroyed 4 in a row, so I've got nothing to grab on the right side. That's basically what's happened there.
Break out. Oh my goodness, did you break
So I destroyed the one on the
many?
left.
I did, but I can
Okay,
salvage
okay, we're
this.
good. We're good.
And then we try and jump up around
We're
the left
good?
side to the top.
I can salvage this.
But it's a lot harder. That's on that side.
This is a little weird.
Oh, okay.
Fine
Okay.
margins here, very fine margins.
I actually don't know where I am
stop
there.
Oh no.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Ooh, I think
I have literally no idea where I was.
Oh, it's bad. Okay.
That's not ideal, but it's either going to be salvageable or we're going to be taking a death and resetting this room, basically. But you've got this. This is a very, very difficult room.
Also being very,
because,
very
again,
stubborn.
You're navigating in the dark. It's not easy. I've done it
Because I
only
really
a few
should just
times
have reset.
myself when we were trying to make this viable. Shout outs to Jimmy Diamonds, who did find the viable strat for this room. That is still extremely difficult to deal with. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Too low. That should be fine.
Is that going to be high enough?
We'll find
Okay.
out. I think it's this high.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I
there I think I'm missing just
Alright,
like
you should
one
be able to
tile. Because I did, you could see the boxes, I did destroy some on the right. I think what I actually destroyed was like maybe these 3 or something. But obviously there's still like a gap there, so I have to destroy like 1 layer higher or something.
Release the Kraken, that is the remote robot. So the whole point is we need to break a wall that was preventing us from getting the remote robot into a cave, and it looks like we haven't broken that wall yet.
Okay, that should
might
be
be
good.
enough.
That should be good.
Okay.
No, I think that just destroyed this one. I think this is the situation now. Like there's just one tiny little gap, like wall there that's not destroyed.
Is that not? Yes, that is enough.
Oh no,
Okay,
that is enough.
Okay,
That is enough.
Clicker.
Yeah, we did it.
Because we're
That
gonna
was
send the
it.
remote robot up through the ceiling. There's a little tunnel just for it to fit into, and we're gonna make our way over to our next major pickup that is mandatory for the run.
I'm so glad we
and
recovered
that is the large bomb, adding to our arsenal of
We
explosives.
literally have
and,
4 types of bomb, mines, and anti-air missile right now. That's our arsenal.
Okay, so we're gonna now deliberately death warp once more because we're gonna go back to Tails' house via the password. We're gonna go back to our volcanic tunnel, which was the second area that we explored in the game. So right now is a pretty good time while Mindez fixes her equipment to include the large bomb. Pippi, if you have any donations, now is a great time. You've got about a minute or so.
Wonderful. I've got $50 for you from Mini Mall, who says, "Hey Mindez, much love from the Sunday Puzzle Boat crew.
Mini Mall.
Good luck with the amazing Tails adventure, and thank you for helping to raise money to prevent cancer. Less than 3. This donation is dedicated to my dad, who sadly passed away from bladder cancer just over a year ago.
The thumbnail is
so
so
sorry
good.
to hear that, but thank you so much for supporting.
Oh, thank you, anymore.
I also have $5 for you from Delta the Techie, who says, "Good luck, Mindez. Show those battle birds what for."
Oh, and Delta.
Oh, thank you all so much for the donations.
So
we are
many
just going back
community
through
people.
like, an area that we have already been through to go to a new place. So more donations, please.
More indeed. Here's $25 from Pop Eater. Poppeter?
Hop Eater.
I'm not sure. Who says, "Greetings from Club 601.
So good.
We are all in VC watching your run, Mindez, and enjoying every moment. Good luck, and hope the batteries last."
Same.
So do we.
All right. So this is the way to get to the new area. Bombs in this game, you might have noticed so far in the run, are very temperamental in terms of how much wall they actually destroy. The large bomb
14
is
months sub from FSVGM
Sometimes
777.
Sometimes
Good
2,
evening.
sometimes 3, sometimes 4. It's just however the large bomb decides it wants to behave on the day. So we're going to place.
I
this
didn't
here.
even bother
So we
trying to
could
go
get
for
some
the
double
lava
explosions
strat
where it
here.
blows up two layers at once. But if it doesn't want to, then just there we go. One double explosion.
Let's go.
But if it doesn't want to, it just doesn't do it. There we go.
Hey.
2 double explosions. That's not too
We'll
bad.
take that.
We'll take that. The lowest time I've managed to get through there in
You drop a
3
large one
bombs
in lava,
once.
but
Like,
three at
I
once.
did-
Yeah, I've started doing that in runs. I didn't want to do it on this one because I'm not very good at lining it up. but also sometimes it just breaks one. So I don't know. Large bombs are just dumb. Have you found any consistent setup with the large bomb to make it just actually always destroy what you want it to destroy?
I know we've got a triple explosion, which is
Oh,
amazing.
you've got both. You managed to again.
But yes, here we go. We're on to the next boss.
Boss music, yeah.
And this boss has an intentionally designed skip to it.
That's
You
fair.
just throw large bombs into its back.
I do it in actual runs. I just
It
didn't want
just
to do it
kind
in
of
this
dies.
one.
You just sit
I
on
was
it.
too scared.
He just sits on it and just do some large bombs and he's dead. So you are meant to throw those bombs at the back from below, but either way. We get the extra armor, and that's going to let us leave. So that is the upgrade we came back here for. We're also going to go to Poly Mountain, because there's another raid here that we want. You may also have noticed I've been taking a lot of damage. We are, of course, setting up for another damage warp, so we're going to take 1 damage there.
Yeah,
That's
don't
gonna put
worry,
us to
the damage
8.
is by design.
All by design, all according to the script.
That was a little
So they're
worrying
on
because if
4 health, which is the
those
perfect
spikes
amount,
actually hurt me, I
that
would have
is
died.
exactly how much these spikes do. We're gonna dropping the bomb on the elevator as well, cause it to immediately explode. So we don't have to
I've also
wait.
started
Alright,
doing the
our
death
favorite
watch as well.
item.
The rocket,
Rocket
booter. I think this is supposed to be a rocket booster, but typos be typos.
I mean, there's your favorite item in the game, the Rido.
True,
So the
I do
radio.
love the Rido. Okay, with that, we're going to go to the dock. We're going to equip the 2 items we got. So the extra armor is going to replace the Vulcan gun. The rocket booster is going to replace the extra speed. And let's head out to Lake Rocky for the very last time.
Yeah, so-
Yep, go ahead.
You're gonna see very quickly why we need the extra armor as we get to the exit that we want to. But Hippie, if you have any donations, this is a good time before we. You can also see we just plow through these mines with the extra armor, because the extra armor is, spoilers, invincibility. It just protects.
I don't know if you're aware as well, Squilly Bob, but we might have to look into routing this without the extra armor. It was done with save states, so if we can find a consistent setup, we can save a couple of minutes on going back and getting the extra armor. But that's gonna be a thing.
Protects the Sea Fox from literally everything, and we have to activate it every screen. Otherwise, we're gonna be just progressing through Lake Rocky one last time, going to Coco, the fake Coco Island. So Pippi, feel free to
Heck-o.
take it away with a few more donations.
Surely, surely. Here's $10 from Laszlo Jot, who says, "Finally AGDQ time. Can't wait to come and see folks play live. Hope the Game Gear is not getting too heavy yet."
It's a big thing. It truly is.
It's honestly, when there's no batteries in it, it's light as anything. It's just the batteries.
Well, speaking of batteries, we also got a $30 donation from Ace Cage, who says, "Here's a $20 donation, alongside $10 for batteries."
Thank you.
Genius.
Hopefully Tails can work on your Game Gear for a better energy solution. Time for any more?
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, at least there won't be as much screen flashing. That's the important thing. But yeah, I mean, maybe there's a nice easy setup. we'll have to lab it and find out.
Here's $20 from Sonic Tails Link. That one of those characters is not from this game. Who says, "Gotta donate during the speedrun of my favorite two-tail fox. This donation is in honor of my uncle who sadly passed away from cancer last year. Let's help preventing cancers. Also, love the tail suit, Mindez."
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I should have. Yeah. This opportunity.
There've been a lot of foxes on stage today, let's put it that way.
Who's the best one though? It's got to be Tails. Surely.
Gotta be said.
Yeah, there we go. Crowds with us. That's what we want to hear.
All right, so this screen here, by the way, is the main reason that we need extra armor. You see those bombs falling from the sky? Every one of those does 5 damage to us. And the thing is, you can't even avoid them. Even if they, like, miss the Sea Fox and just hit the ground, you still take the 5 damage as soon as they explode. So, the extra armor is required basically just to purely get through this area. Which is quite a good thing, because this is the only area where you can actually use it, because we will have the Sea Fox later on and we won't be able to use the extra armor. But yeah, we are coming up to the end of the gauntlet momentarily.
Yeah, this area is basically designed as a sanity check to see if you are actually progressing through the game as the developers intended. If you do end up here for some reason without the extra armor, you would just, like Mindez said, you'd probably just die.
Yep.
But we have entered the fake Cocoa Island. Now, if you've seen previous runs of this game, because Mindez has done this on Hotfix a couple of times, or as well as on our own channel, we now skip a lot of this because of what you just saw on screen right now.
It's so stupid.
Shout out to Scully Bob, honestly, like such a good find with the with the remote robot, and definitely not a glitch.
It's really silly. Now, none of us who did the original glitchless routing thought that the remote robot, while it's flashing, would be potentially tangible because it goes through objects to return to Tails. But apparently, the intangible robot can touch tangible switches on its way through walls back to Tails. So we're actually going to bring the remote robot to various areas where it would cross through a switch to be able to reach Tails again. And those switches are important because they deactivate these electric gates.
Oh, the final one bit so I had to do it on.
And you're going to see that a couple of different places here on Cocoa Island, as well as in the Battle Fortress, which will be coming up after this this stage.
Yeah, if you missed what I just did, I'm going to do it again. So we're going to send the robot out. You see that switch on the left? Usually we'd have to blow up an area so the robot can actually go through and actually hit that switch. But we don't even need the robot to go through to hit the switch, because it can just go here, and then we recall it, and during its recall, it hits the switch.
That's so genius. Shout out to Squilly Bob for that one.
Big shout out to Squilly Bob. Like, that's such a good, like,
Genius.
strat.
So good.
And it saves literally.
Hey, Icy Bone Shredder, welcome in. Yeah, honestly, such a good strat. How do we even set up for the final switch? I guess you'd position Tails next to the gate. Oh man.
Like on the first screen of this, it takes like over a minute to get through. So
folks might be wondering, hey, this is supposed to be a glitchless category. Is that not a glitch? It's not, actually. We've deemed it an exploit alongside the infinite flight.
Like all things, it's not a glitch because the community say it's not a glitch. Like, that's the important thing.
Because it is literally just using game mechanics. Now, if it were a case of like going out of bounds, like what the remote robot lets us do in the glitch category, absolutely that would be a glitch. But no, the remote robot is just going back to Tails, and for some reason it is coded to be able to interact with the switches, despite supposed to be intangible at that time.
Shout out to that guy. What's the name of that?
So that's Dr. Fukurakov.
Of course.
Yeah, our favorite owl in the series.
Weapon engineer of the Cuckoo Empire, I believe. I'm trying.
The name like
Yeah,
that.
he's like an
I hate
evil
this.
scientist,
Alright,
the Mad Doctor.
There we go. That throw into the corridor there can be a little bit finicky, but that's fine. So the way we're gonna beat this, this is essentially another boss, but not a traditional style boss. This is more of a trap. So Dr. Fukurakov traps us, and we have to send the remote robot to go around and release us. In the meantime, there's a nice little rock up there, right above Dr. Furakov's head.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
He
I wonder who put
did.
that there.
yeah.
Shoutouts to the Master System version of the game, replacing that with like more of like a radio-looking thing, rather than just, I just keep a random boulder in my laboratory for special occasions, and I'll put it on a nice high shelf and stand under that shelf.
Very, very conveniently placed, let's put it that way. So with that, a mighty blow has been dealt to the Cuckoo Empire, and they are going to abandon their pretense, and their real battle fortress is revealed. Now, we do need to go back to Tails' house at this point. The only reason we need to go back to Tails' house, annoyingly, is because the game does not realize that we've already equipped the rocket booter until we go back to Tails' house. But yeah, the rocket booter lets us fly, and that's how we're going to get up to there. So I'm a big fan of you gotta be healthy, you gotta be really, you gotta have a good mental health space. Find time in your runs for breaks. So I'm gonna have a quick power nap while we prepare for the final area. Good night.
So we've got a dono or two in this space, but don't wake Mindez up. That's
Okay.
very important.
But we'll do it a very nice, quiet no-no. Here's $5 from Tempest Mask 1000, who says, "Oh no. Oh wait, wrong Sonic character line. Mindez, so happy to see you on main GDQ stage, showcasing this Game Gear gem." and on original hardware, no less. Shout out to all Game Gear owners out there. Also, hi Amber, hi Hib.
You woke her up.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You had a very large pet rocket, had it on the top shelf in the closet, it fell on you. Oh no. Is your name Dr. Fakurikov by any chance? I have to wonder.
No, power nap complete. You know what? That's the power nap section of the run. Now we're ready for the final area.
So actually play the game?
Yeah, we're gonna actually play the game again. I imagine. Yeah, literally on that screen you just hold right, and there is nothing else you need to do. In this one, we actually need to hold up, so it's a completely different strategy. But instead, we also have to occasionally tap the anti-air missile button and take out these anti-air cannon. Oh, is this more of an anti-air missile at this point? Because we're using it to take out anti-air missiles.
I don't think we're over the napalm yet, so...
This segment in my notes that you gave me, it says Battle Fortress 1, power nap, but then power nap, but with anti-air missiles every now and then.
Sometimes you just gotta do a power nap with anti-air missiles every now and then.
You're doing incredible for playing in your sleep right now.
Yeah, I'm awake now, it's fine. So this is Battle Fortress. Main mechanic here is conveyor belts. These conveyor belts are pushing it against us, so it's gonna fly over them. And just pretend they weren't there. Actually, we're going to head back to the top because I forgot that we're going to stand here and we're going to do our little robot trick again. So we're going to send the robot down here. I might be a little bit too far to the left. No, I'm not. So there we go. And that's going to open up this gate over here. But yeah, this is the final area of the game. We're going to send Tails over to the right. Again, flying just underneath these spikes to avoid the conveyor belt, which is pushing in the opposite direction. And then we'll send the remote robot to go and open up this barrier. Now that this conveyor belt is working in our favor.
There's certainly been better Game Gear music. It's good. Game Gear music can be fantastic.
This game has better music than
Tales
this, I
Adventure
swear.
music.
Yeah, and like Sonic games always have a reputation, usually good when it comes
Maybe
to
not Battle
music.
Fortress.
So I mean, and this is not even a Sonic game. This is a Tails game. So
Yeah.
setting a new precedent with a good game. And like there was this. There was also Tails Adventure. This is Tails Adventure. There was Tails Sky Patrol as well. That's something that you've dabbled with as well.
It is, yeah. I definitely
A little bit
that
different.
Game, a little bit. It's very, very, very different. A lot of memorization in that game. But
Yeah, Tails has the very strange games. There are 3 games that star Tails, 2 on the Game Gear, 1 on the Pico, and that
thought we would
is
mention this.
Tails Sky. No, that's not Tails Sky Patrol. That's Tails and the Music Maker, which I have also played, and that is certainly a thing.
That's the thing. Yeah.
My favorite edutainment title.
I need to play Tales of the Music Maker at some point. I think my only exposure to Tales of the Music Maker, I think I've seen Raocow play it as part of his All the Sonics series. I really need to like try that.
Tails out here.
Not Sonic Schoolhouse. Oh, come on. A boo from the crowd. How dare. How dare.
So yeah, the main gimmick here, we've got loads of conveyor belts, we've got loads of switches. We're just sending the remote robot on like various adventures. All these switches, all these conveyor belts again, working against us. We're going to take damage there, but then we need to get low enough that we can enter this little corridor here. It's a ooh.
Being a bit mean.
Game Gear's eating my inputs. It's eating my inputs. There we go.
Inputs delicious.
Very, very delicious. The hungry, hungry console. Alright, we're going to fly around here, avoid...
But you did find a part of the game that was speedrunnable? I need to hear about this.
those spikes. We're going to fly up the right side. We are completely safe here because that cuckoo's always going to fire to the left. We're going to try and do a damage boost here. This can be a little bit risky, but that's fine. We made it through. Nice. Sometimes that can just like knock you all the way to the right and you have to go back from the bottom again, but it tends to behave for me, so I tend to go for that. And then we've got another little barrier here. We're going to send the remote robot in here. I'm going to line up. We want to avoid these tractor beams, by the way. These tractor beams cause the robot to go back to Tails like that.
Right. Why can you sometimes just hold left there and sometimes you can't? It makes no sense. It's so dumb. And why was it the last one that got me? Because I was holding left through all 3 of those. Like, and usually I can, as long as I line up on the right fast enough, I can just hold left with no problems. There is something weird going on there. I need to do some proper landing there.
So close.
That was so close. Yeah. Sometimes I can just hold left there and it's fine, and sometimes you just can't.
All
So, oh well, that's fine. Let's go through again.
It's a game. I like. We're just
Don't-
playing the
don't
game here.
repeat
We're just playing the
me.
game
Not
here,
past me.
exactly.
Definitely out of human control. Nicely done.
Absolutely, and
First
there is one final switch, and then it'll be the final bosses of the game.
Plural.
Plural. So, any final donations for the run, Pippi?
Surely, surely. I've got $50 for you from 3 Wise Llamas. And they would like to say, I actually played Tales Adventure right before seeing it on the AGDQ schedule, so it had to be my first donation of the week. Putting this toward fighting some cars in Jet Set Radio Future, which we're getting close on that, y'all.
I really need
I
to,
believe
like,
in you.
I really need to learn the proper setup for this boss. I have always just winged this boss, and I know there is a like super fast strat you can do with like large bombs. But I'm for some reason being really stubborn and just not learning it. I think because I'd have to like actually break out save states, and I've just been running on actual console for so long that like I've not been able to like rapidly try this boss. So
Time for any more?
Yeah, couple more. So it's on the final boss now, but I'll take
Okay,
one more donation.
real quick from Baranox, here's $10. $5 for each tail. Tales Adventure 2 when?
Ah, I would love some Tales of
We
Adventure
need it.
too.
We need it.
But yeah, so we're on the final boss of the game. This is... Oh,
yeah, Hibby linked me to a video. It was like a few days before the run. I think was it a video that you made on like just the where you stand for the large bombs. Oh no, it's Chess JP that did it. Yeah. Like this is the optimal strat for it. Where you just like leave large bombs in its path in Speedy's path. Get the hits there, get the hits on the right. The problem I have is like if you, once you've learned it, it's fine. But until you've learned it, I feel like this is such a risky strat because if you put a large bomb down and it doesn't explode, then you've got to like a wait for it to explode. But I should just like get over myself and actually just learn it because that would save me so much time. But yeah. That's on my, like, you know what, I never bothered to learn this, and for some reason, it's never majorly cost me a PB yet, but I could definitely save time if I actually properly learn it.
well, the second to last boss of the game,
Sorry,
which is
Shiz.
Speedy. We need to do 12 hits to him. We can hit him down when he's down there. Wait for him to come back up. Get another hit, another hit.
It's got to be like.
Because this is actually
One
fairly
more hit.
slow by my
There
standard,
you
actually.
go.
I usually get him just
Nice.
after the
And then
hits
we
on the left.
have the Grand Battle Cuckoo with his incredible
Definitely stubbornness.
stilettos, by the way. Look at the stilettos on this,
Yeah,
on this final boss.
this is Speedy's dad. This is the Grand Battle Cuckoo
dressed
15.
So good, so stylish.
Look at this strut.
the strut, the
Top of the
stilettos.
glasses. It's
the-
such a vibe.
Yeah, it really is. Truly a trendsetter, really. Alright, we're going to stay out of his range. If he grabs us, then we are in big trouble. Alright, we're going through to the second phase now, so he's going to use his bombs. He's going to start walking back and forth across the whole arena. We just need to drop a few more bombs on his head. Time is coming up. It's going to be on loss of control, which I will point
I just had to
out
make
as
this a
soon
little
as
bit more
it happens.
dramatic, obviously.
So, one more, I believe. No, one more.
I've just always been bad with these
Oh, no. Oh, no,
bosses.
No, I've been grabbed.
We've got health. We've got health.
There we go.
Hey,
Okay. And loss of
Oh, you get
control
11 hits in the first phase.
is
Oh, cool.
Time.
Time.
GG.
GG Mindez.
I just had to show what it looked like to get grabbed. Obviously, it's a cute animation. What was the time?
Yeah, those last bosses
Think
are always
of
a treat.
40-48.
but-
Incredible. With all the messing around in Poly Mountain 2,
you
that is
the GGs.
completely respectable. Incredible.
Yeah, that
Well
was
directed.
actually, yeah, that was very close to PB despite the catastrophe that was going on. It's like, hey, I don't know where I am anymore.
Oh yeah, that is definitely
FBA
the
hype.
most stressful recovery I've ever had to do. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for donating. It's been incredible. I'm going to do some final shout-outs. So big shout-outs to Amber Cypron and Jimmy Diamonds who helped route this game when we were first starting to run it. to Squilly Bob and Chess JP for taking it even further in the meantime. Bored Deathly for doing the glitch run at AGDQ oh so long ago. It was like AGDQ 2012 or something like that. Of course, to Hibby and Amber for
2014, it's actually
being
10 years.
on my couch, and to Dagofa for the amazing Game Gear capture mod, which lets me run this actually on console for you all here today. And if you watched my previous run at AGDQ 2022 of Discworld, you'll know exactly why I'm saying this. GNU, the only kid. Keep their name alive. Amber, do you have any final shout-outs you'd like to make?
Yeah, sure. I want to shout out the Fast Pace Events community. That's the events team that I lead, and Mindez is one of my tech staff for that, and Hibby's there too sometimes.
Moral support.
But for moral support. But seriously, again, GNU, the only kid. And if you want to see more of my silliness and hear more random lore drops and talking about food sometimes, you can check out, I'm doing a hotfix show on the 24th, Passion Project. It's going to be a competitive Pokemon primer, so VGC for dummies with TGH. And otherwise, you can follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/AmberCyprin, and I'm going to be picking up streaming again in the next month or so. I'm starting to just get my tech spinning back up for that, so, you know. It'll be a time.
Very cool. And Hibby?
Shout outs to like weird Sonic games. They're great. And in fact, we were mentioning Hotfix. I have the honor of being a Hotfix host as well. And this was a game that was lent for a special Sonic one that we do yearly for the Glitchless Gauntlet. Glitchless Gauntlet, whatever. And it was so cool to see this being picked up. Have some love. There are you can say you run a game in the Sonic series, that could mean anything. It could be a third-person shooter, it could be a Metroidvania, it could be a party game, it could be Sonic Shuffle. And I just love it for that. So if you want to run a Sonic game, just, holler at me and I'll hook you up with something. But GNU, the only kid, of course. And just big ups Sonic.
It's never been easier to get into a Sonic game. With Sonic Origins, there's so many like classic games as well released alongside it. You can play Tales of Adventure with just by owning Sonic Origins. So, run a Sonic game. It's a cool community. Shout out to the entire Sonic speedrunning community. I myself am Mindez. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Mindezi. I mostly do puzzles and puzzle games, but also occasionally speedruns and other general variety content.
That's me!
Watch the relay. Sonic Origins is going to be on later on in the event as well.
Absolutely.
That's going to be
shout out to the other Sonic runners in the event. All right. Thank you all very much. And yeah, good luck with the rest of the marathon.
All right, good times. It me. You can find me at twitch.tv/Mindezi or at comfy.run. I think I forgot to say that. Oh well. But all right, we need to look at some other things because there were a lot of donations that came in that were not read. Obviously, just time reasons. I tried to give Pippi as much time as possible, but we had a lot of running to do. So I'm going to see, because myself and Amber were talking about them, like a lot of the donations that came in after the run. So let's read some other donations that came in. Here we go. So this one's from Big the Dave. Hashtag I trust Tails with Napalm. Miles Prower, also known by the alias Tails, is currently under investigation by the International Criminal Court at The Hague for potential violations of the Geneva Convention, specifically the treaties on weapons that may cause unnecessary suffering or have an indiscriminate effect in 1973, and the Convention of Certain Conventional Weapons 1981. Suspected violations include time delay fragmentation mines, a high voltage device known as Spark, designed specifically to cause pain in a subject, nuclear-based weaponry, aka the proton torpedo, the indiscriminate use of napalm, failure to clean up explosive remnants of war, Protocol 5. Should this individual attempt to enter any signatory country, authorities are required to detain him for questioning. This fox should be considered armed and dangerous. Oh, he's so cute though. $5.55 from Wimbliss. Mindez brings in such positive energy. The Soul Blazer Rando showcase was fun to watch. Now they have Tales Adventure. It's going to be another good time. Best of luck. Hope the lag doesn't know anything important. So many people, honestly, and even in GDQ chat, I was looking at chat throughout that run. There were so many people that mentioned the Soul Blazer Rando showcase. Running Soul Blazer Rando for Never Before Seen was really fun. It went really badly, but it was hilarious. I feel like that's one of the most hilarious, chaotic times that I've had with a speedrun. Yeah, I think that's why Big the Days wasn't read up. It was really long, and I also feel like any that mentions like war crimes is a bit, maybe, you know, there's enough donations that they probably wouldn't want to read something out that mentions like war crimes. And I can understand that, but it's a good donation. It's a funny donation nonetheless. So like so many people like apparently know me through my Soul Blazer Rando, which surprises me honestly, because I feel like that's the thing that I've had a lot of fun with, but like, yeah, not many people like found me through that other than through GDQ. But the GDQ run was really fun anyway. Let's have some music. Hold on. Okay. Jupiter, $10. I watched Mindez play Professor Layton back in the day when I couldn't afford the games. Wanted to see the gameplay. I have such fond memories and I'm beyond excited to see her on the schedule for today. Good luck on the run. Someone from the Professor Layton days. Now, for context, if anybody is like fairly new to the channel, I've made YouTube videos since 2010. I started playing Professor Layton on YouTube in 2011, and that's one of the kind of things that I was best known for on YouTube. Something that I was fairly successful for, and a lot of people kind of remember me for those. But yeah, that was like 2011 when I was first running that, because I think I was one of like the first people to be actually doing 3DS, or yeah, even DS capture stuff on YouTube, because it was a lot less of a saturated gaming market back then. So yeah, incredible to see someone that remembers me from that long ago. Very cool. We have Dub, $5. Can I get the person on the couch's phone number? Hibby, let's hook you up, you know? You got your GDQ crush. I know that's a meme that's been happening for some reason. Waffits, $25. Tails Mindez era hype. Good luck, bestie. You're doing amazing. Thank you so much, Waffits. So cool. And also one from Alistair Aitchison as well. Good luck, Mindez. Loving the outfit. Let's go bomb some ducks for charity. Alistair's awesome. If anyone doesn't follow Alistair Aitchison, by the way, you absolutely should. It's AG Aitchison on Twitch. Mostly does like improv-y type stuff and just very, very weird, awesome, chaotic ideas. He's also the person that created like the Sonic ring shuffler and the magic box and the boss shuffler and stuff. So big shout outs to Alistair. I love it. I love Alistair Aitchison. Amazing. TTSCI, $25. First time donor giving for that clutch save by Mindez in Poly 2. Hell yeah. Making money just from recovering, because that was a very brutal stage. Bender, $25. Tales Adventure is absolutely my favourite entry in the Sonic series, and I'm absolutely elated to see it in the GDQ. I still get the music stuck in my head nearly 30 years later. Shout out to the cemetery of batteries this game created when I was a kid. Oh, that's sweet. We have one from Flying Fox as well, $10. I trust Tails with Napalm. Had to donate during a Tails run. Good luck, Mindez, and loving the Tails costume. Heck yeah. Follow Flying Fox as well. Flying Fox did part of the Sonic Relay later on in the marathon, which I could not be there for. I was so upset I couldn't be there for. I literally was watching the Sonic Relay race in the airport as we were boarding. And I was just like hoping my plane would be delayed so I could actually watch the end of the relay. I managed to make it like halfway through Sonic 3, so I made it almost to the end, but unfortunately I had to board the plane at the end, so I need to watch the end of that run as well at some point. But Flying Fox is amazing. Go seriously watch the Sonic Relay. So good. So many good runners in the Sonic community. And Scotty Mofo Show, $5. Best Foxboy with the best napalms. GG's Mindez. Amazing. Yeah, last time we were watching AGH, Sunny was doing like an improvised Sherlock Holmes musical. Which is just such a chaotic idea. And in addition to those, if anybody else left any donations, by the way, let me know. We'll go find them. But did I get the donation from Huds? Oh, there was a donation from Huds, wasn't there? That's not in my link list. Hold on, we can go find that. January 14th at 9 PM. We can go find that. Page 710, maybe? Oh, a little bit after that. Oh, maybe hit me on Discord for it, maybe. Okay, let's see if it's on here. I think it was like actually before this. Let's go. Page. I have the sound defense there. Oh, that's for the DK64 randomizer. So that was the one after mine. We have Race Pro as well. I don't think I read that one out. No comment. There's Waffitz's. So yeah, we're in the right area. There's Big the Daves Don't Know. Yeah, that's the one. Do we have... There's Calliope. There's Hutz's donation. There we go. Hashtag Mindez, on behalf of everyone at Club 601, I want you to know we love you and all so incredibly proud of you. Also, I see this into randomizer, so GDQ's schedule is safe for now. However, you do remember to change the battery before starting the run, right? Right? Trans rights, less than 3. Thank you, Hertz. Very good one. Yeah, I'm surprised that one didn't get read, but it's all good. As I say, there were so many donations coming in that they had a lot to read. There's one from Ben there. Is that from? That's probably not the same. That's probably not like Ben in Sweden, but hey, thank you so much for the donation anyway. Oh, there's mini malls. Wait. Hey Mindez, much love for the sun. Oh yeah, that one got read on. That got read out on stream, didn't it? Let's go. Okay, if anybody else left a donation, let me know. We'll read it out. But AGDQ definitely got read out on stream as well. I just wanted to include these because I'm going to cut this for like a video on YouTube of going through the run. But we also, in addition to that, we had some fan art. We got some Tales Adventure fan art there from Gears 2 Gnomes. Big shout out there. That's amazing. And there's also some from Esgota. Look at the swag walk! That catches the swag walk so well! And we got the Sea Fox there as well. Very cute. Alright, I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, there was some stuff from like the GDQ Discord. There was some stuff from the Something Awful forums as well. But like, yeah, generally it was just like the same thing we've already seen. But yeah, so it's so good to see the reaction to it, and everyone seems to have a good time with it. Actually, wait, there was one comment on this that I wanted to read out. This is from the Something Awful forums. Everything's been pretty good so far, but I think the Tales Adventure run really stood out to me as the one I'd recommend. It was cozy and fun, and that made me really happy to read. That made me really happy to read. And like, cozy and fun are the vibes that we go for. We don't always hit it, but we try. So I'm glad that that someone was like picked up on them and that they were there. Swagwalker has such satisfying shadows. Yeah, it really does. And also, there's a site where like some guys like reviewing every GDQ run. And this is what we got for that. One of the weird entries in the Sonic series. For a glitchless run, there are a lot of exploits, but the game controls terribly, so it's probably for the best. Very fun commentary. It's pretty much the only comment in here that's really cool. But yeah, nice. Fun times. Alright. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this GDQ recap. Oh, there's some YouTube comments as well, but they'll always be on there. Yeah, everything's been overwhelmingly positive. It was a great run, a lot of fun. Not the best run, not the worst by any means. We got a 40-48, which is, considering what happened in Poly 2, not too bad. As I say, on my practice runs, I was coming in fairly consistently mid 38. So yeah, spending an extra bit of time recovering on Poly 2 is the big time loss there. But cool! Thank you all for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you. Alright. I don't know how to end videos.